Hello friends, welcome to the new video. In this video we are going to solve question 1, 2 and 3 of exercise 14. Okay. It is related to division of algebraic expressions. In the previous videos we have solved up to 14.2. So if any of you have not seen those videos, you can go through those videos. The links are in the description box of this video. So without wasting any time, let's continue friends. So first question. So in the first question we can see that we are having to divide 28x raised to 4 divided by 56x. These both are monomials, right? So we are dividing a monomial by a monomial. Do you know what is meant by a monomial, binomial, trinomial? I am sure you must be knowing that. See, for example, I will tell you few examples. X plus 5, there are two terms, there is positive sign between them, right? So this is a binomial. 3xy minus z, again two terms, sign between them negative, okay? This is a binomial. If I write minus ABC, this is only one term which is negative. So this is a monomial. Okay. If I write only minus 50xyz, again this is a monomial. But if I write 8 minus 2y plus 3z, then this is a three terms are there. This is a trinomial. Okay. So here we are going to solve divide monomial by monomial. So let's see how to solve this. It's very easy question. So what you can do, 28x raised to 4 divided by 56x. So there are different methods. Okay. So what you can do, if you remember the table of 28, then you can directly do this as 28 ones are 28, 28 twos are 56. So the numbers are solved. So it's 1 by 2. Now what about x? X are 4 in the numerator and only 1 in the denominator. So if you write this as x into x into x into x 4 times and only 1x in the denominator, so 1x will get cancelled and you will have 3x in the numerator. So you can write the answer as 1 by 2 x cube. You don't have to write this x into x into x all the time. So you just imagine, you just think how many x are more in the numerator than in the denominator. So you see that there are 4x in the numerator and 1 in the denominator. That means there are 3x more in the numerator. So the answer will have 3x in the numerator. So this is the final answer. What you can do, a different way is you can write the factors. Okay, 28x raised to 4 divided by 56x. We have seen in the first video how to find the factors. Okay, so if you find the factors of 28, you can write 28 as 2 times of 14. Then 2 will be as it is a prime number, you cannot divide it further. 14 will be 2 times of 7. So these are the prime factors of 28, 2 into 2 into 7, and x raised to 4 you can write as x into x into x into x 4 times. And in the 56, what you can do for 56, I will tell you a different method for 56 now. We have seen both the methods in the previous videos. Okay, so you can divide by, in this method you have to divide only by prime number. Okay, you have to remember this. In this method you have to divide 56 by prime number only. But if you factorize like this 28, okay, you can take 28 as, for example, I will tell you a different number so that you will be able to understand better. So for example, if I take 40, I don't need to divide by prime number. I can divide, I can use any table 4 times of 10, no problem. Now here 4 and 10 both are not the prime numbers. But I can use 4 and 10 because this is not my final answer. Now I will divide 4 into 2 times of 2 and 10 into 2 times of 5. Now see, these are all prime numbers. So in this method, you can divide by any term, any number. Okay, but if you are dividing by this method, division method, you have to remember that you have to divide by prime number. Okay, so if you divide by 2, you will get the answer 28. Then again, if you divide by prime number 2, you get the answer 14. If you divide 14 by 2, you get the answer 7. If you divide 7 by 7, you get the answer 1. So what are the factors of 56 then? 2 into 2 into 2 into 7 and 1 x is there. So now you can cut the same factors which are in the numerator and denominator. So this 2 will get cancelled, another 2 will get cancelled, 7 will get cancelled, one x will get cancelled. So what remains in the numerator is x into x into x, that is x cube, and what remains in the denominator is only 2. So this is the same answer. What is the coefficient of x cube here? It is 1. If you write it, it's okay. If you don't write, still it's no problem. Okay. So let's see how to solve the next question now. So second question is almost similar. The only difference is that there is negative sign. So second question, minus 36y raised to 3 divided by 9y square. So I can write this as minus 36y raised to 3 divided by 9y square. I think we should do the first method only. It's very easy. Divide, see again, if you can just think which these two numbers, 36 and 9. Which numbers can divide both of them? Okay, which number can divide both 36 and 9? So 1 can divide all the numbers, right? Then it is 3 can divide both. Then it is 9 can divide both. So if you just if you can understand that I can divide both the terms 36 and 9 by the biggest number 9, you will get the answer fast. For example, now if you divide both by 9, what will be your answer? When you divide 9 by 9, it will be 1. And when you divide 36 by 9, 9 4s are 36, it will be 4. And now think about y. How many y are there in the numerator? 3. And how many are there in the denominator? 2. So how many more are there in the numerator? 1. So our answer will be minus 4 by 1 y raised to power 1. Even if you don't write that power 1, it's okay. And even if you don't write that denominator 1, that is also okay. Because if you divide any number by 1, the answer is going to be the same. So you can write minus 4y raised to power 1 by 1, or minus 4y by 1, or only minus 4y. Okay, so this is one way of solving it. But what you can also do is, if for example, if you forgot that I can divide these numbers by 9, if you forgot it, and if you divide these numbers by 3, no problem. We will divide both the numbers by 3. So 3 3s are 9, 12 3s are 36. So what is the answer that I get now here? Minus 12 by 3. And what about y? Y are 3 in the numerator, 2 in the denominator. So 1 more in numerator. So I will write y only in numerator. Now, but you remember now that we can again divide these two numbers 12 and 3 by same number 3. So you divide it again, no problem. But only thing which is very important is you have to divide by same number. So many students, what mistake they make is they divide this 3 by 3, they write it 3 ones are 3, and they divide 12 by 2, 2 6 are 12, and then they get the answer wrong. Okay, so important thing while simplifying is you have to remember that you have to divide both numbers by a same number. Okay, minus 12 by 3 y it was. So 3 ones are 3, 3 4s are 12, and what about the answer in sign also? Few students get confused. Okay, what is the sign in the denominator? It is positive. So plus and minus, whether you are dividing or multiplying, plus minus, your answer will be minus, and minus minus, your answer will be plus. So this is plus and minus, so answer is going to be minus 4y upon 1. So this is your final answer. You can write it as only minus 4y. Okay, so I hope you have understood the question. Move on to question number 3 now. It is 66 pq square r cube divided by 11q r square. So now 11 and 66, these numbers are divisible by only 1 and 11, right? So 11 is the greatest common divisor. So we divide both by 11. 11 ones are 11, 11 6 are 66. So it is now 6 by 1. Now we have to think only about the variables. P is only in the numerator. There is no p in the denominator. So we cannot simplify p. So p will remain as it is in the numerator. Now what about q? There are two q's in the numerator and one in the denominator. So two q's in numerator, one in denominator, one q will get cancelled and one q remains in the numerator. Similarly for r cube and r square, r cube is in the numerator and r square is in the denominator. So 2r get cancelled, 1r is more in the numerator. So 1r will be the answer in the numerator. So this is our final answer, friends. Then 6pqr. Even if you don't write the 1 in the denominator, it's okay. Because if you divide by 1, the answer is going to be the same. So let's continue with the next question, friends. We are now on to question number 4. 34x cube y cube z cube divided by 51x y square z cube. Okay. So I am going to write this as 34 in the numerator denominator form. Okay. 34x cube y cube z cube divided by 51x y square z cube. So now 34 and 51, they are divisible by 1 and 17 only. So 17 is the greatest common divisor. I am going to divide both by 17. 17 2s are 34, 17 3s are 51. So we have 2 by 3. Now what about x? There are 3x in the numerator and 1 in the denominator. That means there are 2x more in the numerator, right? So you will have 2x in the numerator, x square. What about y? 3y in the numerator, 2 in the denominator. So there is one more y in the numerator, so that will be y raised to power 1 in the numerator. What about z? There are 3z in the numerator and 3 in the denominator. So all 3z will get cancelled. So this will be our final answer, 2 by 3 x square y. So that brings us to the last question of this question 1 of 14.3. Okay, we are going to solve question 2 and 3 also. So last question. 12a raised to 8 b raised to 8 divided by minus 6 a raised to 6 b raised to 4. So 12a raised to 8 b raised to 8 divided by minus 6 a raised to 6 b raised to 4. So I can divide further now. 6 and 12 are divisible by 1, then 2, then 3 and last is 6. So these two numbers 6 and 12 can be divided by 1, 2, 3 and 6. So 6 is the greatest number that divides both. So we will divide both by 6. 6 1s are 6, 6 2s are 12. What about the sign? It was positive in the numerator. No sign means positive and negative in the denominator. Now we know that plus minus is always minus. So our answer will be minus 2. Now what about the A and B? There are 8 A's in the numerator and 6 in the denominator. So there are 2A more in the numerator. So you will have A square in the numerator. Similarly, you have to think about the B now. There are 8 b's in the numerator and 4 in the denominator. So 4 b's are more in the numerator. So our answer will be b raised to 4. What is in the denominator now? Nothing. That means it's 1. So this is our final answer. Whether you want to write that 1 in the denominator or you just want to write your answer like this, it's the same. Okay? It's up to you. Now we are dividing a binomial by a monomial. See, 5x square minus 6x, we have to divide this by 3x. We are dividing binomial here. 5x square minus 6x is a binomial and we are dividing by 3x, which is a monomial. So how can we do this? So I am going to write in numerator denominator form 5x square minus 6x by 3x. Now should I do it like this? Okay, x gets cancelled, 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, so I get the answer as 5x square minus 2. Many students make this mistake. Okay, so we have to remember If for example, okay, I am telling you a different question. If for example it is 8 plus 4 by 2, you cannot divide this 2 to 4 or 8. That means you cannot simplify this 2 with even 4 or 8. Any number, you cannot. Because there is plus in between them. Or even if it is minus, you cannot divide. If it was multiplication 8 times of 4 and then it is 2, then you can divide 2 to 8 or 4 also, any number. But if it is positive or negative, you cannot divide it like this. You have to remember this, very important thing. Many students make mistake in this, okay? So you cannot do it like this, you cannot simplify that way. So now what can we do? It is 5x square minus 6x divided by 3x. We can separate 5x square by 3x and minus 6x by 3x. See, if you have a plus b upon c, that means it is a by c also and b by c also. If it is plus, then it will be plus between them. If it is minus, it will be minus between them. That division c is common to all the terms in the numerator. So now you can simplify this 5x square by 3x. Now 5 and 3, they don't come in any same table, so we cannot simplify that. So 5 by 3 will remain as it is. We can simplify the variables. There are 2x in the numerator and only 1 in the denominator. So 1x will get cancelled and 1x is more in the numerator. So this will be our answer, 5 by 3x. Now what about this 6 and 3? 6 and 3 are divisible by 1 and 3 only. So 3 is the greatest common divisor. So we will divide both by 3. So 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. So it becomes minus 2 by 1. What about x? There is only one x in numerator and denominator both. So x gets cancelled. So no x remains here. So this is our final answer, friends, of this question. 5 by 3x minus 2. Whether you write that 1 in denominator of 2 is up to you. Okay. So this is our final answer for the first question. So let's move on to solve the second one. I hope you are getting all the questions. Okay. Question number 2. So 3y raised to 8 minus 4y raised to 6 plus 5y raised to 4. I am going to directly write this now in the numerator denominator form, divide by y raised to 4. So now you know that this divide by y raised to 4 is same for all the terms in the numerator. So I am going to separate that. I am going to separate all the terms. Minus 4y raised to 4 upon y raised to 6 by y raised to 4 plus 5y raised to 4 by y raised to 4. Now, there is no number in the denominator. There is only y raised to 4. So, this 3 is going to remain as it is. We just have to solve this y. So, now there are 8 y's in the numerator and 4 in the denominator. So, 4y will get cancelled and you will have 4y in the numerator, which are extra. So our answer will have 3y raised to 4. There is nothing in the denominator. If you want to write 1, you can write. Okay. Minus. This 4 will remain again as it is. Now y raised to 6 in the numerator, y raised to 4 in the denominator. So 2y are more in the numerator. So you will have 4y raised to 2. Now, in the third term, there are 4 y's in the numerator and denominator, so they get cancelled. So, this is our final answer, plus 5. So, we have this as the final answer, friends. So, let's move on to solve question number 3 now. See, these questions are very easy. So, question number 3, 8x raised to 3, y raised to 2, z raised to 2 plus x square, y cube, z square plus x square, y square, z cube divided by 4x square, y square, z square. So, now I am going to simplify this. You can just see there is multiplication between this 8 and that bracket. And there is also multiplication in the denominator between all the terms, right? So you can divide this 4 and 8 by any same number. So what is the greatest number that divides both 4 and 8? 4 and 8 can be divided by 1, 2 and 4. So 4 is the greatest number. So I am going to divide 4 and 8 by 4. 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8. So 4 gets cancelled. Now I am going to divide all the terms in the numerator by whatever it is in the denominator. Okay. So 2 remains as it is. So first term is x cube y square z square divided by x square y square z square. Then there is a positive sign. Second term is x square y cube z square divided by x square y square z square. And then the third term is x square y square z cube divided by again x square y square z square. So now what do we have? We have to just solve the variables, right? So think about y first in the first term. There are 2 y's in the numerator, 2 in the denominator, y get cancelled. Similarly for z, 2z in the numerator, 2z in the denominator. Okay. So now what remains is only x. So there are 3x in the numerator and 2 in the denominator. So 1x will remain in the numerator, 2 will get cancelled. 1x is more in the numerator. So it will be 1x only. There is nothing in the denominator. If you want to write 1, it is up to you. Okay, no need to write. Then plus, similarly for the second term now. See, z square will get cancelled. Same 2z in the numerator, 2 in the denominator. X square also gets cancelled. Now, what about that y? 3 in the numerator, 2 in the denominator. So we can write 1 y. Now what about z? X square gets cancelled. There are 2 in the numerator, 2 in the denominator. Y square gets cancelled. 2 in the numerator, 2 in the denominator. Z is 1 more in the numerator. So we can write this as x plus y plus z. There is nothing in the denominator. If you want, you can write whole divided by 1. But that is not necessary. Okay. So this is our final answer, friends. So let's move on to solve now question number 4. So it's very easy again. X cube plus 2x square plus 3x whole divided by 2x. So we have to separate, always remember that, x cube by 2x plus 2x square by 2x plus 3x by 2x. So now we'll solve one by one. So first term, there is only one number in the denominator, 2. We cannot simplify that, right? So 2 will remain as it is. There are 3x in the numerator, 1x in the denominator. So 1x will get cancelled. 2x are more in the numerator. So it will be x square in the numerator. Plus, now this 2 and 2 can be cancelled. So I am cancelling 2 and 2. Now, there are 2x in the numerator and only 1 in the denominator. So, 1x is more in the numerator. So, 1x will be there. There is nothing in the denominator. If you want, you can write 1. Plus, in the third term, x gets cancelled. Both numerator and denominator have only 1x. So, x is cancelled. So, what remains is only 3 by 2. They cannot be divided by any same number. So this is our final answer, friends, for this question. So that brings us to the last question now of question 2. So it is p raised to 3 q raised to 6 minus p raised to 6 q raised to 3 divided by, okay, I am going to divide directly, okay. So I am going to directly write that term in the denominator, p raised to q, q raised to, p raised to 3, q raised to 3. So we have to separate now. P raised to 3 q raised to 6 by p raised to 3 q raised to 3 minus p raised to 6 q raised to 3 divided by p cube q cube. Now we can just cut this p raised to 3 and what remains in q? There are 6 q's in the numerator and 3 in the denominator. So 3 q's are more in numerator. So numerator will have q raised to power 3, nothing in the denominator. Okay. If you want, you can write 1. Now in the second term, there are 3 q's in numerator and denominator. So q get cancelled. Now What about p? There are 6 p's in the numerator, 3 in the denominator. 3 p's are more in the numerator, so it will be p raised to 3 in the numerator. So this is our final answer, friends. So question 2 is done. I am going to give you one question to solve. This is for you. Tell me whether you can solve this question, okay? And you can write the answer in the comment box. 8x raised to 3 minus x raised to 100 divided by 4x raised to power 5. Okay, so don't forget to write the question and tell me the answer in the comment box. Okay, so friends, we move on to next question now. So question number 3. So first question of question number 3. Okay, so 10x minus 25 divided by 5. Again we can divide it the same way. Please remember one thing, you cannot divide it like this. 5 ones are 5, 5 5s are 25. Please don't do it like this. Okay, I have already told you, if there is positive or negative sign, that means if there is a binomial or trinomial in the numerator or in the denominator, for example, if it is like this, still you cannot divide this like this. 5 ones are 5, 5 5s are 25. Sorry, not 2s are. You cannot simplify it like this if there are 2 or more than 2 terms. Okay, if it is only one term, for example, if it is multiplication, then it is only one term, right? It is a monomial now. Then you can divide it like this. 5 ones are 5, you can divide to 10 also or 25 also. It's up to you. Okay, but if there is positive or negative sign between them, then please don't simplify it like this. 10x minus 25 by 5. So now what you do, you just, I'm going to tell you two methods. Okay, you just separate the numerators. 10x by 5, 25 by 5. Now you can divide, simplify. 5 ones are 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 ones are 5, 5 5s are 25. So what remains is 2x minus 5. The denominator was only 1, so I have not written that. Okay. The second method, what you can do, we have done this type of questions in the earlier videos. Okay, we have factorized. So now what was the numerator? Numerator was 10x minus 25. So now 10 and 25, these are divided by 1 and 5. They can be divided by only 1 and 5, right? So 5 is the greatest number which divides both. So I can write 10 as 5 times of 2 with 1 with x as it is, and 25 as 5 times of 5. So what remains, what is common there in both the terms? 5. So if I take 5 common, then what remains is 2x minus 5. So now I am going to put this value in the question. Okay, so our question was 10x minus 25 by 5. So in place of this numerator, I can write it as 5 into 2x minus 5 divided by 5 as it is. So you can see that now we can cut this 5 as there is multiplication between that bracket and 5. Right, so I can cut the 5 now, and now you see you have got the same answer. Okay, so these are the two methods by which you can solve it. So let's solve the next question, friends. So we move on to question number 2 now. It is 10x minus 25 divided by 2x minus 5. Now we are also dividing by a binomial. Okay, so now we have to factorize only. So 10x minus 25 numerator, first we are going to factorize 10x minus 25, which we just did in the previous question, right? So 5 2s are 10 with x as it is, 5 5s are 25. Now in the two terms we can take 5 common. Now what remains is 2x minus 5. Now what about the denominator? So denominator is 2x minus 5. You cannot simplify this further, right? 2 and 5, they don't come in any same table. And x is only in the first term, it is not in the second. So x cannot be taken common also. So we cannot simplify the denominator. So now we are going to put the values, okay? So therefore 10x minus 25, I will write as 5 times of 2x minus 5 and denominator remains as it is and it cannot be simplified. So now you can cut the two brackets directly, 2x minus 5, 2x minus 5. So what remains is the answer 5. I hope you have understood the question. If you have any doubts, friends, please go to the comment box and write your question. I will definitely answer in the next video. So that brings us to the question number 3 now. 10y multiplied by 6y plus 21 divided by 5 multiplied by 2y plus 7. So now you can simplify as there is multiplication between the bracket and the outside terms. So you can simplify this 5 and 10. They can be divided by the same number. 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10. Now what about the brackets? So I am going to write first as it is what we have already solved. Okay, 2y into 6y plus 21 divided by 2y plus 7. Okay, so now what can we do with this bracket 6y and 21? We can take something common from that bracket. 6 and 21 are divisible by 1 and 3. So 3 is that greatest number. So I am going to write this 6 as 2 times of 3 with y as it is and 21 as 3 times of 7. I am going to write the denominator as it is. We cannot take anything common between 2 and 7. Right? They are not divisible by same number. Also y is there only in the first term. So we cannot take y also common. Right? Now I can take 3 common from inside the bracket. So I am taking that 3 common. So it is 2y into 3 now. So now what remains in the bracket is 2y plus 7. And what was the denominator? It was also 2y plus 7. So now 2y plus 7 bracket gets cancelled and this is our answer, friends, 6y. We'll do this same question by a different method. Okay, by the method which we did the second question. Okay, I will simplify the numerator and denominator separately. So we are doing question 3 by another method. This is the numerator for question 3 and this is the denominator. Okay, so now I am going to simplify the numerator first. So it is 10y multiplied by 6y plus 21. What can I do? I can take something common from the bracket. Right? 6 and 21. They are divisible by 3. Both are divisible by greatest number 3. So 3 times 2 is 6. I am going to write y as it is. Plus 21 is 3 times of 7. So now when I take 3 common from both the terms, what will remain inside the bracket? I am taking 3 common. Okay, so 10y was already there. Now I have taken 3 also common. So what remains is 2y plus 7. So this is our answer for the numerator. Can we simplify the denominator? What was the denominator? It was 2y plus 7 multiplied by 5. We cannot take anything common, right? So now we are going to just put the values. We have already simplified the numerator. Denominator cannot be simplified. So putting values now. Okay. So putting values. So what was the question? This was the question. What was the answer of that numerator? 10y into 3 multiplied by 2y plus 7 divided by what is the denominator? 5 into 2y plus 7. So you can see now, friends, the two brackets are same. So brackets get cancelled. 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10. So it is 2y into 3. So the answer is 6y. So I have explained this question by two methods. I hope you have understood the question. So let's move on to solve the next question. Okay, I am going to do it directly now. Let's see whether you can understand that. Okay, 9x square y square is there. Okay, 9x square y square multiplied by 3z minus 24 divided by 27xy into z minus 8. Now, in the numerator, in this bracket, I can take common 3 common. Okay. So before that I am not going to solve anything further. Okay, I am going to write this 3z as 3 into z, 24 as 3 into 8, and the denominator I am going to write as it is 27xy into z minus 8, because we cannot do anything in the denominator, right? There is a bracket, but we cannot take anything common from that bracket. Z minus 8, nothing is common between the two, right? So we cannot solve the denominator. So now if I take 3 common in the numerator from that bracket, what will happen? 9x square y square, 3 I have taken common. What remains is z minus 8 divided by 27xy, again what remains is z minus 8. So now we can cancel that z minus 8 bracket, right? Now what remains? So it is 9 times of 3. So 9 times of 3 is 27 x square y square divided by, bracket got cancelled, okay, divided by 27xy. So 27 also gets cancelled. Now there are 2x in the numerator, 1 in the denominator. So 1x is more in the numerator, similarly for y. 2 in the numerator, 1 in the denominator. So 1y is more in the numerator. So this is our final answer. So now that brings us to the last question of question number 3. So 96ABC multiplied by 3a minus 12 multiplied by 5b minus 30 whole divided by 144 into a minus 4 into b minus 6. Actually see 96 and 144, you can divide them now also, okay, or if you want you can divide them in the end, no problem, it's up to you. So we'll divide it at the end only, okay. So now in the first bracket 3 and 12 is there. So 3 and 12 both are divisible by the greatest number 3. So I am going to take 3 common. We will do step by step. 3a I have written as 3 times of a, 12 I have written as 3 times of 4. Now about 5b. 5b I have written as 5 into b and 30 as 5 times of 6. So now what is there in the denominator now? 144, a minus 4 and b minus 6. Now what can we take common from the first bracket? We can take 3 common, right? So what happens is 96 ABC, 3 I have taken common. So what remains is a minus 4 in the first bracket. In the second bracket we can take 5 common. There is multiplication between the two terms. What remains in the bracket will be, it will be b minus 6. So now, and what is in the denominator? It's the same thing, 144, a minus 4, b minus 6. So now you can just see that the brackets are same. So a minus 4 bracket gets cancelled, b minus 6 bracket gets cancelled. Now only numbers are remaining, no brackets are there. We'll solve this further. Let me write the terms as it is now. First 96 ABC into 3 into 5 upon 144. So now if you remember 144 and 96, they are divisible by 16, the greatest number, okay. So I am dividing both by 16. So it will be 16 6 are 96, 16 9s are 144. That means 16 is not the greatest number which divides both, okay. There is more greater number than 16 also. But the answer is going to be the same. Don't worry. Okay. So now what remains is 6 into ABC into 3 into 5 divided by 9. So 3 ones are 3, 3 threes are 9. I am doing it step by step, okay. We are not in a hurry to solve this. 6ABC multiplied by 5, 6ABC into 5 divided by 3, 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. So this is our final answer, friends. 5 twos are 10, ABC. So friends, that brings us to the end of this video. In this video, we have solved question 1, 2 and 3 of exercise 14.3. I hope you have understood. If you have any confusion, please feel free to go to the comment box and type your question there. I will definitely answer. Okay. And if you like the video, please subscribe to the channel and don't forget to press the bell icon because when you press the bell icon you will get the notifications when I publish my new videos, and I am publishing the videos very frequently, at least 2 or 3 videos in a week. So don't forget to press the subscribe button, and don't forget to press the bell icon. You can also share the video with your friends. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.